Hello learners, welcome to Now Let's Learn channel. Hope you're doing good. This is Shriyam and today we will check how good you are with Python basics with the help of a short quiz. Before I start, I do have a request. Please do concentrate on the explanation given for the questions, and if you come across any alien word which you do not understand, then please feel free to research on it, and if still your doubt is unclear, please let me know on the comment section. I'll be more than happy to help you out. So that's it, let's get started with the quiz. Okay, let's get started with an easy question. What do we have? We have here 2 star star 2 star star 3. If you're good with basis of Python, you will know that star in terms double star in terms of Python, it means an exponent operator. So what it says in terms of mathematics, it means 2 to the power of 2 and then 2 to the power of 3. So when you evaluate from left to right, so 2 to the power of 2 is 4, 4 to the power of 3 is 64. So let's check if 64 is the answer. Well, no. And why is that? That's because most of the operators in Python works from left to right, which is a basic and normal functionality. But when it comes to an exponent operator, it works from right to left. So in this case, first 2 to the power of 3, that is cube of 2, will get executed first. So what is 2 to the power of 3? It's 8. And then 2 to the power of 8 gets executed, which is 256. If you are able to get this answer, then you are indeed good with basics. If not, that's still okay. It's never late to make our basics strong. So let's proceed further. What do we have here? We have a list 1 and then we have a list 2 which copies the content from the list 1, and then we modify the first index of list 1 and then we are printing the list 2. Logically, we're not modifying anything on list 2 after copying the content from the list 1. So what should be the output? Will it logically it should be 1. Let's see what it is. There you go, it's 2. The reason is because we are using an assignment operator to copy the content from list 2 and list 1. So when you use an assignment or operator, it not only copies the value, it also copies the location of that value. So in this case, whenever you modify the list 1 variable, that modification gets updated in the list 2, and that's the reason why you're seeing the output as 22. Hopefully you got the explanation. Let's go to the next question. Okay, so here we have an my list with the values 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Then we are getting a new list with the help of slicing on my list, and then we're printing the new list. So let's see what gets printed. It's an empty list. The reason is because in list, if the index of starting element of a slice is greater than the index of the ending element of a slice, then it creates an empty list. In this case, if you see, if you convert the -1, which is the location of 2, into positive index, so -1 can also be represented as 4. So basically you're slicing, we can say it as 4 is to 1, and if it is 4 is to 1, 4 is greater than 1, and if that's the case in list, then it will print an empty list. Question. Okay, what do we have here? We have a function called adding, and where we have 3 arguments a, b, c, and then we are doing an arithmetic operation. We are adding them a plus b plus c, and then we are when calling the function, we are giving the argument value. So when you say a is equal to 11, that's what you call keyword argument, and 2 and 3 is what you call positional argument. So in this case, we are for a we are giving in keyword argument, whereas for b and c we are giving in positional argument. What is a positional argument? It means by the position of the argument you're giving the value. For example, if I give the second value or second digit of any value, that means it has to go to b and not to c, and that's what you call a position argument. What do we have answer? syntax error. And why is that? That's because in Python you have to put positional argument before the keyword argument. If I had said 11 comma 2 comma c is equal to 3, then this would have been the right syntax, and it would have executed with the output. But since I use the keyword or key argument before the positional argument, we got a syntax error. Hope you got it. If not, then research on it. Next time you'll get it for sure. So let's go to the next question. Okay, what is here? We have a sum function. We have an non-default, so we have not given any value to the a, so that's a non-default argument. B is equal to 2 is a default argument, and again c is a non-default argument. And we are while calling the function, we are passing the value for a is equal to 1 and c is equal to 3, but b we are not passing on. So if everything is good, we should get the output as 6. If not, let's see what happens. Yeah, again we have got a syntax error. The reason is, while defining a function, please make a note of it, while defining a function in Python, a non-default argument should not follow a default argument. In other words, if I had said a is equal to, or for example, a comma b comma c comma 2, then this expression should have worked with no problem. But what happened here is a comma b is equal to 2 is fine. But after that, again I'm giving a non-default argument, which is a mistake. So remember, in Python, and a non-default argument comes first, and then a default argument comes. So default argument should always be last. So if you got this answer, kudos. If not, we'll keep learning. Okay, this is interesting. So we have a variable called var, and we are assigning the value 1 to 3, and then we have t1, and what is 1 comma? I hope you know it, that if I just given t1 is equal to 1, that would have been a normal variable, t1 a normal variable holding single element. But since I've used the word keyword comma after 1, this becomes a tuple. So t1 is equal to 1 comma. This is another basic. So if you give a single element with a comma, that variable becomes a tuple. T2 is a tuple because we have given 2 comma. T3 is equal, now T3 is also a tuple, but here it's interesting. 3 is fine, comma var. Var is not a string, it's a variable. So will it show an error? Will it accept it? Let's check this out. Well, it accepts it. That's because a tuple elements can be a variable as well. It's not mandatory that you have to give just the value. You can also give a variable as well, and that's one of the key features of tuple in Python. Okay, this is strange. What is that? TUP is equal to 1 to 3. Since we are using a comma, it's understood that TUP is that variable is a tuple variable. Okay, that's fine. What is a comma b comma c is equal to TUP? What is happening here? And what happens if you print a star b star c? Let's check this out. There you go. It prints you 6. That's because in the second line there's a concept called packing and unpacking in tuple. If you've not heard about it, then please have a check on that. It's one of the key feature and one of the most important topic to be covered. So what is happening is, I've given the value as 1 to 3 to the tuple. Now I'm assigning 3 variables a, b, c, and using an assignment operator, I'm making it equal to tuple, which is a tuple. So what happens is that, consider tuple as a package. Now I am unpacking it, and on each element of that package I am assigning it to one by one to a, b, c. So in tuple what we had 1, 2, 3. It was a package. We unpacked it and gave each element to each variable. So a took 1, b took 2, and c took 3. So, and if you multi and print of a star b star c is a normal arithmetic operation, and that's why you're getting the 6 as an output. Hope you got the answer for this too. If not, no problem. We'll get to there. Okay, interesting. So by now you know that 1 comma it means it's a tuple, right? So tup 1 comma plus 1 comma it means in tup variable we have two elements 1 comma 1 and it's a tuple. Then in the second element, in the second line, I'm adding the same element with the same twice. So tube comma tube. What do you think? And then we're checking the length of tuple. What do you think? Will it be an error? Let's check this out. No, that's because tuple allows addition operator, and when you apply an plus operator, it combines it. It just adds the new list. And it combines and gives you a combined output. So in this case, it has added first tube is 1 1, second tube is 1 1, and in the second line the tube value gets incremented to 1 1 1 1. And how many elements we have? 4 elements. That's the reason why you get the output as 4 in the length of tup. If you got this answer right as well, then you're on the right track. If not, no problem. We can always revisit and redefine our basics. Okay, this function looks normal, right? You have two variables in and out. You're giving the values and you're returning the multiplication of both the value and you're printing it. So I don't think nothing should go wrong, right? Let's check. Now it will throw an error. Again, if you are good with basics in Python, you must know that you cannot use a keyword as a variable. So in Python, in is a keyword, which is used for many purpose. And so since it's a keyword, you cannot use it as a variable name, and that's the reason why you're getting an error here. If you have used some other variable like in ink, inpk, anything like that, just in instead of in, then you might have got an output of what 2 3 3 3, which is 9. But since you have used an keyword as a variable, it's throwing an error. If you got this answer in the first attempt, kudos. If not, we'll keep learning. Thank you guys. That's it for now. Hope this quiz session was useful for you and you were able to clarify your basics. I'll be coming with further more quizzes, probably 2 to 3 more quizzes, so that you have an hands-on idea of what are the areas we need to cover, and you have an insight of overall Python. So if you had any questions or any explanation was not clear, please do mention on comment section. I'd be more than happy to help you out. And if you felt that this was a worthy session, then please do subscribe to Now Let's Learn channel, and so that you'll get notifications for further quizzes as well. Thank you guys. Have a great day. See you in the next session.